But you know, when someone gets sick, the whole world falls around them, and they don't know where to go or what to do. And CVIM is a lifeline, both emotionally and physically as well, for so many people in the society. It's the number of people you have helped over the years. I remember the very beginnings of CVIM when I worked with Helen, and it's in everyone's interest, isn't it? Keeps people out of emergency rooms, so the money can be spent more wisely in kinds of primary care that you give here. On the other, and I've often seen in many situations where someone needs further care, the volunteer doctor or other volunteers, we find other doctors who are willing to provide that. I'm so happy to see the dentistry in operation, since many of the clinics across the Commonwealth, while they provide basic medical care, don't provide oral care, and that is so crucial to any individual's health. So what we're doing this week is we have citations, our certificates of appreciation from the Commonwealth for every single person who volunteered, all 300 and some.
Yes.
And I wanted to come one of these days this week to present them personally to let you know how much we appreciate your work. And finally, let me tell you a story, if I may, because really, it's through volunteers that the humanity of our county is expressed, and it's through volunteers that we're able to allow everyone in our community to blossom fully as a person. But I don't know, have any of you ever been to Israel? Anyone? Yeah, a couple of you. Well, you know, if you go to Israel, there are two seas. There's the Dead Sea and the Sea of Galilee. And they're both served by the same river, the River Jordan. Well, if you've seen the Dead Sea, you know, it's a little below sea level, not more than a little, but it's below sea level. You notice that it's totally devoid of life. There's nothing there. In fact, the only thing that survives in the Dead Sea are these little shrimp that can deal with the saline or the salt in the water, but it's devoid. But then you go to the river, then you go to the Sea of Galilee at the other end of the River Jordan, and it blossoms in essence with all God's glory, the flowers and the birds and everything. Well, the question is, how can this be if they're both served by the same river? And the answer, which is, well, the answer scientifically is because of sea level, but the analogy is this, that if we have people, well, let me go back one step. For every drop of water that the Dead Sea gets, it keeps it. It's never returned to the River Jordan. But for every drop of water that the Sea of Galilee gets, it's returned to the River Jordan. And the analogy is that if we as a community only take and don't give anything back, we'll die as a community too. And that's in some ways what often happens to communities. People are physically there, but spiritually, mentally, emotionally, we really don't have a community. But if we give back, if we return that water because we've been blessed by the water, then what happens as a community? The community blossoms, doesn't it? And it thrives. And you have given back to the community. You indeed are soldiers of the Galilee. You're the Galileans. And I wanted to be here to express that deep appreciation to you, because that's what gives Chester County such a special sense of place, doesn't it? You know, William Penn, who was had invited a non-Quaker to come to a Quaker meeting. This was way back. And you know, Quakers, until they're moved by the Spirit, don't talk. Or, unlike politicians like myself. And so this meeting, the meeting went on for, nothing happened after a half hour, 45 minutes. So then Penn's non-Quaker friend said to Penn, hey, Billy, when does the service begin? And Penn said back, the service begins after we leave the meeting. And so you see, you've understood that, and you're doing that in your lives, and that's what we're here to thank.